you had your night with Nate Diaz,
bro.
right? But I feel like there was more to it or something.
Bro.
No? Yeah.
Nobody on earth is better than Nate Diaz.
Yeah, that checks out. I feel like.
So I did a show with Rogan, and the whole time, because like Rogan brought me out there, so I didn't want to be like a
What
dick.
venue was that?
We did Irvine again, but he had to do UFC at Anaheim the next day, so he was like, he can't get fucked up.
Yeah.
And have to. He does the prelims. He does the whole thing.
Right.
So I was like, I gotta wait till Rogan gets done with his set and kind of ask him. Like, can I go chill?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to be like, I definitely don't want to leave during his set and be a dickhead.
Yeah.
So, like, he got done. I was like, bro, I love Nate Diaz so much. This is my only chance to hang out with him.
That's like your number one guy, right?
Nate
You
Diaz,
always say, like, if I can hang out with one dude,
if you
in
can
sports,
hang out with one athlete,
Yeah.
Nate Diaz, without
which
a
is
doubt.
a good answer, and I don't think many people would say that, but that's a good answer.
Bro, it's exactly what you think it is. It was everything I wanted. I walked in, it was him just shotgunning a fucking seltzer. I got in there late, and he was like, "Yo, get him one too." He's the nicest dude ever. Like
Right.
as soon as I walked in, he was like, "Yo, get this motherfucker one also," and he got me one. And then we walked outside, and he front kicked a stranger. He got in a fight with a stranger immediately.
Wait, I thought you were kidding.
No.
No.
So Nate's like, everybody that comes up, he's like, let's get a picture. Yeah, fuck you. Like all that. And then one dude walked up that was like jacked. And Nate Diaz just immediately was like, yo, you want to run up on us?
But it was just like a perfectly nice guy who happened to be strong,
No,
right?
he was-
He was mean mugging?
Well,
He was asking for it?
So I was a little fucked up. But it was tough for me to decipher, was he mean mugging because of the situation or I didn't see him pre.
Right.
So as soon as Nate called him out, obviously the dude's like,
Right. Then
what's
he gets
up?
on, yeah.
And Nate immediately was like, yo, what's up? Dude, Roan said the funniest thing ever. So Nate has legs locked. I don't want to be smart, put racism on Roan. But he was like, so he slapped him like an Indian. Like knees locked, just... Nobody slaps like that on earth. Literally no bend in the knees, just like, fuck you, motherfucker. And then obviously his boys jumped in and like pulled him apart. While they were pulling him apart, he threw a front kick. And I was just standing there like, yo. And he connected on this dude's hip, which just made him lose. Like, he just flew everywhere.
That would I actually, if like.
And then, hold on. And then me and Nate walked down the street together. Just me and Nate. It was the nicest
Oh, that's
moment
cool.
of my
Did you
life.
guys kiss?
Front kicked the guy. I wish.
What were you like? What was
Bro,
what were you
he
talking
front
about when
kicked
you
the
like
dude,
walked
and then
alone?
we walked down. As soon as we walked away, he's like, "That motherfucker was like talking shit," and I was sitting there like, "Yeah, for sure."
Totally,
Like,
man.
dude, you're the
Glad your
best.
boys broke it up, 'cause I was gonna jump in too.
He's the best ever.
I love the two things you said, that they were always at any time
Dude.
two people were grappling. At any given moment, someone's
everybody in
grappling.
the squad was wrestling. What's his name?
What-
Marvin Vittori was with us also. It was like the middleweight or whatever. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's the Italian. He's a monster. He had just gotten done fighting fucking Izzy
Oh,
for the
shit.
belt.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
with us like, don't fuck with me. Like, he like spoke. Oh, man.
And
It
then
was-
when you go outside and everybody
wrestling.
Everybody thought the other person called for an Uber, so you're just like wrestling
Dude,
outside and there's no Uber coming.
It was the worst. I mean, I was enjoying it, but I was just praying to God nobody started wrestling me. Just lifting
Yeah,
my
like, I'm
shirt
like,
up
I'm
and
good.
like slapping me. I was like, please, guys, don't do your moves.
I've hung out with the Gronkowskis before, and it's basically the exact same
Yes.
experience.
Yeah, I would
They're
love to
exactly
see
who you think
the
they are.
Gronks and the
And they're the
Diaz's
best
together
people.
would
It's like,
be
everyone's wrestling.
unbelievable.
We forgot who got Ubers. It's like, I'm in the
That's it.
corner like, don't touch me, please.
Please, I love you guys. You don't know how much I love you. Like you guys would be upset if you found out how happy I was. Yeah.
I did it after one of the Pats Super Bowls. At the Pats Rams Super Bowl, I was like in a mosh pit.
It's gonna be a rough dinner.
I mean, you've got to be like 13 deep, right?
No.
Are you sure, bro?
No, this is like 9.
I was in a mosh pit at the chain smokers at the Patriots after party with the Gronkowskis, and I
Yo,
took my-
chain smokers rule.
Yo,
For real.
Yo,
Chain
for
smokers-
real, for
chain
real.
smokers rule. There's no denying it at this point.
Dude, and I had my shirt off and I was just like wrestling with them, but like we look significantly like different species.
No, for
And
sure.
at one point, like they were just like, dude, I don't know if you should be in here with us. I was so fucked up and I was so fat. They're like, I don't know, man.
Put your shirt on at least.
Maybe watch this one from the sidelines.
That's the thing about Nate. Nate looks like a normal guy. His whole crew looked like normal guys. I was taking pictures with these dudes after, and one dude got tagged in it. He's like a boxing champion.
Right.
Like, these dudes are pure animals. And I was just like, yeah, this guy's small. I fuck him up. Like, taking pictures. Nate's just, like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. I was like, yeah, true.
No doubt.
The whole night, I was like,
True
yeah,
that.
dude, you're the best.
True
You're the
that.
best. I love you so much.
That's right, champ. That's right, champ.
No, Nate's incredible because like he's won enough to obviously be, you know, respected.
Dude,
but he's the only guy in the world who, even when he fails at his respective craft, he gets bigger.
He
So
won.
he truly can't lose.
The last fight against Edwards, who was the one?
Where he like just took a beating.
Literally,
he had him in the
he-
very last
he
second, but
knocked
he
him out.
didn't go after him really.
Pointed at him. And was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because that's what he does.
Like,
But
you're the
that
best.
moment,
You're
that
the
moment
best.
was cooler than winning.
It was a slap and a straight.
Yeah,
and he
the
knocked
guy
him
was
out.
like boom boom, and
Yeah.
instead of like finishing it, he went yeah.
Covered in
It
blood.
was
Just
awesome.
like, yeah, I fuck you up. and then in the interview, they're like, you could have won that, Nate. What do you think? He's like, after party at my house. It's like, yo.
Do not care, bro.
Who's
Do not
better?
fucking care.
Dude, when we went back to his house, it was an Airbnb of like 8 dudes. All they had was like a laptop plugged into a shitty TV, just blasting rap music.
Yes,
And I was
like on
this-
YouTube, pulling
dude,
up like music
like
videos.
2 girls, no dude, like all dudes. Just like, yo,
That is your
fuck
dream, bro.
That guy's a piece of shit. I was like, you're the best. I love you. Oh, Nate Diaz
I can't
is
think
the
of
man.
anybody who's like further from me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not
Nate
like
Diaz?
we're not the same species. Like
Yeah.
Nate's a man. Nate's a guy. I'm not. I'm more of a chick than I am
Nate's
closer
the
to him. You know what I
definition-
mean?
Nate's a dog, dude.
Yeah, he's
Like
dope.
to a T.
Yeah, yeah.
Go back and watch those fucking Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz interviews. If you want to get fired up, like so Conor's at the height, he's talking shit on everybody. He's like, fucking blah, blah, blah. And then he runs into Nate Diaz, who's the one guy who's like, I don't care.
Does not matter. Fuck
It's
you.
the best shit
yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
He's like, probably there's the best part ever is there's an interview, I think it's like MSNBC Business or whatever. Some lady that's like, how do you think the fight's gonna go? And he's like, probably knock him out in the first round. And Nate just goes, he better. It's like, that's the best answer I've ever. He's like, he better knock me out. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
That was because I was so in on the McGregor hype train, and I still am. Like I still McGregor. Find McGregor
It's
very
tough right
entertaining.
now these days, dude. Beating up old guys and shit.
That was
He's
one
like,
time. He
tough.
threw
I'm all
one
right with that.
punch.
I'm all right with that.
I'm fine. I'm all right with punching old man in Irish
Beat
bar,
up that
for sure.
fucking DJ. He's always beating up civilians.
That's
you can't
fine.
beat up civilians.
I mean, we just listened to Diaz kick a guy in the chest.
Well, that guy's
That's
fine.
cool. That's Nate.
fine. And I will be honest, that guy did, he had like a tribal tattoo. He was wearing
He deserved
He
it.
was wearing a tank top. It wasn't socking a geezer in the bar.
Bro, that Irish dude could take a fucking
That
punch,
guy did.
bro.
He was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that? He's the middleweight champ. That was the best punch in the world.
I was heavy on McGregor in McGregor's heyday, and I still like him. I still find him entertaining. So, but because I was so heavy on McGregor, I was anti Diaz, and then they've both kind of met in the middle where I love them both now.
I hear you.
McGregor's gone down, Diaz come way up, and I'm like I'm a
Diaz
big
is
fan
old.
of both.
Diaz is old, so he's got maybe one or two.
He won me because I was mad at him when he choked out McGregor. I was like, nah, fuck that guy.
When he, what are you talking about?
sick.
That was literally that birthed my fanhood.
But I was still so pro McGregor.
Dude, when he choked him out, I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just a vet.
Making that guy tap like is
Just an underdog vet that was tough. And then the new guy that the UFC was pushing. And they're like, this is the corporation. And then one guy that was
nope.
like, I
But
don't
I'm a
give
sucker for
fuck.
marketing. Like marketing.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, this guy's the best. But what was it, the
McGregor is
baddest
awesome.
motherfucker
McGregor is
alive?
awesome.
Was
Yeah, that sucked.
No, see, that's when I became a Diaz guy. That was Rich Mosby, right?
That was at the Garden. I was there that night.
Were you?
Yeah, that was
for
sick.
what? What'd you say?
I think it's the baddest motherfucker alive. Is
The
that-
Oh,
BMF
yeah,
title,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
fucking corny.
kind of
They
a
shouldn't have
fake
had a
thing.
belt.
Yeah.
It was like WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Like,
Lorne
the-
Michaels gave me his tickets. that night
Really?
after I got fired. Shout out
Lauren was always cool, right? He was always
Lauren's
good
the
to you.
man.
Yeah.
Lauren's the man.
You know he doesn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
like, I gotta
trying.
do
He
this,
was
but
like,
we're cool,
Shane, you're
right?
funny. I'd love to have you. Everybody's being gay. You're exactly right, Lauren.
And I quote,
I was there that night. Masvidal fucked him up,
I like my
Yeah.
song.
but then towards the end, he on his back started winning.
That's
That's what he does,
That's
man.
when
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when Nate Diaz wins. Is the late rounds. You're gassed. This
He's a
fucking
freak.
maniac has been doing triathlons and he's a vegan.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
like
know
a
that.
secret fucking fitness monster. He looks skinny fat because all he does is run and swim and bike.
Yeah, it's not like bulk.
And then towards the end,
Yeah.
and he's the toughest dude.
And he can
of-
just eat
Yeah,
punches.
yeah.
So it's like this
Swallow
bloody,
punches.
skinny fat guy. And he's like, whatever.
Yeah,
I
he's
could
a
go
zombie.
10 more rounds.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Walking Dead type shit.
That's what he did to McGregor too.
Right. So I will outlast
He
you.
gassed McGregor
Yeah, you
off
better.
of his own face.
You better.
You better fucking kill me because it's gonna be a long